As we prepare for the year 2023, many of us are wondering what the future holds. As the Chinese zodiac cycles through its 12 signs, the rabbit year of 2023 is fast approaching. We can look to astrology and Chinese astrology to gain insight into what this year may bring for us. A good listener is usually thinking about something else, and this is true for the rabbit as well. The rabbit is known for its introspective nature, resourcefulness, and determination. These traits could be incredibly beneficial in the year 2023, leading to potential successes and positive outcomes. But what successes could we see in the year of the rabbit? The rabbit is known for its luck and fortune, so we could expect to see some positive returns in the form of money, relationships, and career opportunities. Additionally, the rabbit's resourcefulness could help us to think outside the box and come up with creative solutions to the problems we face. When it comes to potential struggles, the rabbit's introspection could lead to feelings of loneliness or isolation, and its determination could lead to a sense of stubbornness or inflexibility. However, if we are prepared for the year 2023 and know what to expect, we can make the most of these traits and use them to our advantage. By arming ourselves with knowledge of the rabbit's characteristics and how they could impact our lives in 2023, we can be better prepared for whatever may come our way.
Exploring the rabbit's characteristics and how they could impact our lives. Before we go into that, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. For amazing Amazon deals, go to our website vocalizeai.gq. Thank you for watching. This is the year of the rabbit according to the Chinese zodiac, and it is important to understand what this means for our lives in the upcoming year. The rabbit is one of the most beloved signs of the Chinese zodiac because of its gentle, compassionate nature. Those born under this sign are often thoughtful, kind, and great listeners. They are also often hardworking and determined to achieve their goals. This kind of personality could be very beneficial in the year of the rabbit, as people will need to be flexible and understanding of the changing world around them. When it comes to the rabbit's traits, it is important to note that they are usually quite laid back and calm. They don't usually get overwhelmed easily, and they can usually stay focused on the task at hand. This is a great quality to have in the year of the rabbit, as it is likely that there will be a lot of changes and new challenges which will require a level head and steady hand. Additionally, rabbits are great listeners and are often thinking about something else when they are listening. This could be a great asset when it comes to problem solving in the year of the rabbit, as a good listener is often able to come up with creative solutions to complex problems. Looking at the other side of the rabbit's personality, it is important to note that they can also be quite shy and timid. This could lead to them being hesitant to take risks, which could mean that they miss out on potential opportunities. Additionally, they can also be quite passive, which could lead to them not taking the initiative when needed. This could mean that they miss out on opportunities to lead and take charge of situations.
What successes could we see in the Year of the Rabbit? The Year of the Rabbit is upon us, and it's time to consider the potential successes and struggles of the upcoming year. What successes could we see in the Year of the Rabbit? Astrology predicts that the rabbit is a natural diplomat and is thought of as an extremely lucky sign, so it's likely that we can expect some good fortune in the Year of the Rabbit. In terms of success stories, we can expect that the rabbit's charm and tact will help us to navigate difficult conversations and to make wise decisions. The rabbit's natural good luck could also bring us some unexpected opportunities. In terms of luck and fortune, astrological predictions for the rabbit year suggest that anyone willing to take a risk could be rewarded. In particular, those born under the sign of the rabbit are likely to experience a heightened sense of luck and could find themselves in the right place at the right time. All in all, the Year of the Rabbit is likely to bring us some positive outcomes, with luck and fortune on our side. What struggles could we face during the Year of the Rabbit? The Year of the Rabbit has begun, and many are wondering what it has in store for us. This year is a great year for the rabbit in the Chinese zodiac, and many people are turning to astrology and Chinese zodiac signs to make predictions about what the year will bring. When it comes to the rabbit, people tend to think of traits such as kindness, gentleness, and sensitivity. However, it can also be a sign of procrastination, passivity, and an inability to be assertive. These characteristics may lead to difficulties and struggles during the Year of the Rabbit. One major struggle that people may face during the Year of the Rabbit is procrastination. With the rabbit sign being associated with procrastination, people may find themselves struggling to stay on top of tasks and to complete them in a timely manner. Additionally, passivity and an inability to be assertive can cause people to be taken advantage of and to not stand up for themselves in important situations. This can lead to people feeling overwhelmed and feeling like they are not in control of their own lives. Furthermore, the gentleness and sensitivity associated with the rabbit could lead to struggles with interpersonal relationships. People who are sensitive may be more prone to taking things personally and feeling hurt more easily. This could lead to conflicts with friends and family and could also lead to a lack of trust in relationships. Although the Year of the Rabbit may bring some struggles, it is important to focus on the potential successes that can come from the rabbit's traits. By understanding the struggles, we can be better prepared to face them and make the most of the rabbit year. Through preparation, we can make the most of the rabbit year and strive. The Year of the Rabbit is here, and with it comes the promise of a new and exciting Year of the Rabbit. But what does this mean for us? Will the rabbit bring us success or struggle? To answer this, we must first consider the rabbit's characteristics and how they could impact our lives and the future. Rabbits are generally gentle, mild-mannered and pleasant to be around, but they are also known for their shrewdness and ability to think ahead. On the one hand, this could lead to success if we use these traits wisely, as the rabbit's smarts could bring us luck and fortune in the Year of the Rabbit 2023. On the other hand, it could also bring us struggles if we are not careful, as the rabbit's shrewdness could lead to difficulties during this year. So what can we do to make sure the Year of the Rabbit brings us success? The key is to prepare. We must be mindful of the rabbit's traits and use them to our advantage, while also being aware of the potential difficulties we could face. We should strive to make the most of the rabbit's good fortune and take advantage of the opportunities that come our way. With the right preparation, we can make sure the Year of the Rabbit is a successful one.